Good morning. Welcome if you're joining me. Just bear with me while I check I'm in the right place, which I can see I am. And I'm just going to share this over to my group. Just waiting for this to pop up. Who's going to be joining me today? Lots going on today in the world of Stampin' Up. So I can see somebody here. If you're happy to say hello, please do come and say hello. Join in with the chat if you want to. If you're not happy commenting, I don't mind you stalking. You can just watch what I'm up to. So welcome to the final round of the All Things Fabulous Stampin' Chat. So another 5 weeks have gone by. I don't quite know where. So these are the 4 cards. This is the card we made last week. So I'm on my new phone this morning. I did have a quick test run going live to my team earlier. Morning, Ellie. How are you? Are you busy? Are you child free? So I'm just showing you the cards that we've made in the previous rounds if you haven't joined in before. Of course, these are all over on YouTube, so I've put the recordings and you can watch the replay over on my YouTube channel. So today is a very exciting day for customers because we are having our closeout sale on the mini August to December catalogue, which I kind of call it the autumn winter. We're not supposed to, but hello Lucy, how are you? I'm fine. It's a bit chilly over here this morning. I'm not going to lie. I've turned the heating up another notch, so my hands are a bit frosty this morning. So yeah, so as I was saying, we've got our sale. So if there is anything you want, let me just pull my catalogue in for just one moment and then I can share. Hoping my sound is going to be okay. So it's this catalogue we're looking at. And if you are on my mailing list, you would have received a link. Actually, not to this list. This is the Excel spreadsheet that I have actually condensed and taken out all of the stamp sets that don't apply to us. Those are in French and German. So it's a really fabulous sale. There's lots of things that have got 40-50% off. If you're on my email list, you would have received a link to a PDF, which is much easier to decipher. In fact, I think it might be under here. Lovely lady Helen in the team put together this PDF. Where is it? It's hiding. It's under here, which is much clearer to see. But this, if you've received this in an email, it only shows the items that are in the sale. So, morning, Belle. Clearance rack update as well. Oh my goodness, I haven't had a chance to look at that. It's been a bit crazy this morning. Bit of a long night. So I waited up until 11 o'clock. Normally I go to bed at 10. So we waited up, watched a couple of extra episodes of Suits, managed to stay awake, and then at 11 I started to put my orders through because a few customers had pre-ordered items and the system just wouldn't allow anything. It kept buffering. Obviously this is a global sale. We are a global company, so there are lots of people around the world all placing orders. Anyway, I kept trying and kept trying, and this went on until about 25 past midnight. By this point, I'd had enough, so I shut the lid down on my Mac and went to bed. But I woke up at just after 4:30, led there for about 10 minutes. I thought, oh, I'm going to get up. I'm going to go and have a look. So I got up, went into one of the spare rooms and actually managed to place the order. Only a couple of things were out of stock, which I was really pleased about. But what I've done, I may well run through this later, do a quick live, but there's just a few things I need to point out to you. The tag buffet kit is now half price. Now, I checked probably an hour ago, they were still in stock. Whether they are now, I couldn't tell you. So you would need to go on, make sure You can follow the link via my website, kerrytims.co.uk. Make sure you are shopping online with me because I have a special giveaway that I'll be talking about shortly for all orders placed online over £30 this month. So the tag buffet kits, let me grab, got all these things around me that I wanted to show you. So those of you that took part in my first ever Stampin' Chat, which seems like a long time ago, we created these 5 cards. Well, they were made using the tag buffet kit, which is just fabulous here. It's designed to make tags, but obviously there is so much more that you can do with it. And the stamp set that goes with it has got 40% off. I mean, £10.20, that's such a fabulous offer. So there are just so many things reduced in here, so many lovely items. There isn't a lot carrying over, I'm going to say that. Unusually, some of the pattern paper is carrying over. I know this paper was sold out when I went to put that through, the brightly gleaming, but the punches were still there and the stamps were still there this morning. So if you're in my VIP group, I did post some pictures yesterday on this, so head over there and have a look. And basically my VIP group is for customers who are placing orders with me, and I tend to share different things on there as well. So if you are an ordering customer with me and you'd like to be added to my VIP group on Facebook, then please just let me know. So I'm just kind of running through here really quickly. So many lovely things that are going, but of course we always have to make room for more. I was surprised at how many things had 50% off as well. So yeah, lots of lovely things going. They're staying. My favourite, Love of Leaves. I'm really happy about that because I think they're such a usable set. Okay, we're nearly at the end of the book. I need to move on. I don't want to hang around here too long, so obviously I have to go live again at 11. I will just share really quickly something very exciting arrived yesterday. Look at this little beauty. Now, everybody seems to be nicknaming this the Mini Boss. So it's, oh, did you hear that plane going over? That came really fast. The official name is the Stampin' Cut and Emboss Machine, which is a bit of a mouthful. So this is a mini version of the large one. Lots of wobbling going on here. It's so cute. So I'm going to christen it this morning. Thought I would show you. I've not even, literally, just before I came live, I unboxed it and got it out of the box and had a quick look at the plates, and that was it. So back to Stamp and Chat. This is the final card for this round. So it's a bit of a fancy fold. Pop your wordage in there. A bit of sponging happening today. Little bit of fussy cutting. Nothing too bad. I'm hoping that my sound, is my sound good, guys? Obviously I'm using my new phone. Let's just have a quick look at some comments. Ella, you're sorting through Christmas cards to see how many more you need to make. Oh gosh, I need to do that as well. I mean, I think I've made quite a few, but I do like to make special ones for close family members. So hopefully, I've still got a lot on this week and early into next week, but hopefully I'm going to find a bit of time, maybe at the weekend, to go through some cards. Let's have a look. Who else? Lucy, you like the leaves? Yeah, the Love of Leaves. Honestly, I loved it quite a lot. You'll probably realise that I didn't put it down for quite a while. I was just loving it so much. Who else is here? Ruby, you got caught up with baking. Oh, what are you baking this morning, Ruby? You're going to watch and stamp later. That's totally fine. I think it's always good sometimes to catch up in your own time and go at your own pace. The sound is fine, that's good. So I don't feel as stressed knowing that my battery should hopefully hold out and that I haven't got my microphone plugged in. I am considering maybe getting a clip-on microphone, but I'm just going to see how it goes for now. And see how it goes. Right, let's make a start. So if you are stamping live with me, I'm not sure if anybody is today. You need to pull out card pack number 5, and it's going to look something like this. So you've got your base layer, you've got a piece of Sahara sand, large piece of Rococo rose, little layer, this is for your folded card piece, that's your insert. A lovely piece of Just Jade that we're going to emboss, so I'm going to use my new mini boss to do that. Some scraps of Just Jade for stamping your greeting, and then some of the Classic Christmas DSP. Okay, so let's start with a bit of stamping. So at the weekend I held my crafternoon tea at Bowden Hall Hotel. It was fabulous, guys. I only had 9 ladies, so quite a lot less than last year, but that is totally understandable. And to be honest, I'm quite surprised that 9 people were willing to come out and, you know, crafting company. But we were all very safe. We used the same conference room that I use for my retreat, so we're well spaced out, and I set it up so that people didn't have to, you know, cross paths. So it worked really well. It was really lovely. I totally enjoyed it, and it was so nice to be, you know, to be stamping with people and having people, you know, coming out and just enjoying themselves for a bit, and, you know, forgetting about everything else that's going on. So we had a really good time. But since coming back, can't seem to locate my sponge mat, my foam mat. So I've brought in my old retired one. So, because I think we will need this. What is that layer there? That's for my die cutting, I think. So open up your stamps. We are going to be using, I've already pulled a couple out and mounted them. You're going to need 2A and 2B. And we also need 3A and 3B. So let's just locate those and pop them on some blocks. And I think while we are open, we'll have a couple of leaves as well. These are quite well stained, aren't they? I'm just going to use the 1 leaf. I think I've used 2 on my original, but for the sake of videoing. So yeah, so I had about 4.5 hours sleep, which I don't survive very well on little sleep. I'm not very good. I get a bit crabby if I've not had a good night's sleep. There's a bit of fluff on that one. Let's just move that off. Yeah, I'm not very good if I haven't had a good night's sleep, and it will probably hit me tomorrow. But the main thing is that I got the orders put through, and only, thankfully, a couple of things were out of stock. So I may well place another order at lunchtime. So if there is anybody that is local and can collect their order, or if you know that I pass your way when I'm leaving here, then I'm happy to drop it to you. So please just let me know, because, you know, it's going to save you the $4.95 shipping. But of course, the best way is to shop online, use my host code, and take advantage of my giveaway. And did I actually say that just now? I don't know if I did. But guys, I'm giving away one of these. I'm giving away this little beauty of a die cutting machine. So anybody placing an order with me during December, I think I did say this now, it's all coming back to me. But if you use my current host code, and it will be, that's always pinned at the top of my Facebook page here, use my current host code. If your order's over £30, then I will put your name in the draw and I will pick a winner. And then in January, I will order the machine and get it to you. So let's bring in our foam mat. Okay, Ruby, you're making muesli cookies. Oh, that sounds delicious. That sounds lovely. Normally on a Tuesday, I make my courgette loaf, or my courgette loaf without a courgette if I don't have any. But I haven't made one this morning. I've just had too many things going on and trying to contact people who've placed orders and things like that. So it's been a little busy this morning, and I had nothing prepared over here for this live. So yeah, my morning has gone so far. Okay, so let's start. Let's move these out of the way. Just going to bring this in so you can have another look. So we're going to stamp these 2 flowers. and the 2 leaves as well. And we're doing the stamping off technique. So that means we're going to ink up our stamp it down, and then stamp it again, so we get a second generation of colour. So you're getting different tones from one ink colour. And as I do previously, I'm not going to waste my first generation because I can probably use that. Where's best to have this so that I'm not all hands everywhere? Right, which way up? I'm looking at that little pointer. We'll keep it up this way. So we'll do 1 here. Let's come up a bit. And then the second generation is much paler. That's so pretty. Such a beautiful set, this. And then the next one, we're looking for the pointer is up at the top. Oh, I know why it's not looking right. I've got the wrong one. Kerry, get your act together. See, look, I do tell you guys, you can have a good chuckle at me when you're watching me live or even on replay. It's always a bit of entertainment. So what I was trying to say was up in the corner here, can you see that little pointer? And there's also a pointer up on this one. So they're going to lie like that. So let's ink this one up. I need to come right over the top of my camera here. And I'm lining up those white bits in the middle. Oh, it's hard to see. There we go. I can hear a bird outside on the roof. That wasn't too bad. I always say that, don't I? Wasn't too bad. That was pretty good. I think that was a pretty good one. It's pretty well lined up. It's always good if I'm in shot as well. So we're going to do the same again with the smaller flower. So 2 hands on the block when you're stamping, just to give you a good even support. And then second generation gives us a much paler flower. And where is my point? My pointer is there. And my pointer is at the bottom. So it needs to go something like that. I thought I dipped my finger in the ink then. So what are you guys all up to today? Oh, there was a bit of concentration there. That's not too bad, we can go with that. Okay, next we'll just do some leaves. So you'll need to just bring in your shaded spruce. So this one wasn't included in the kit, but we did use it at the previous Stampin' Chat. So as I've said before, I know that quite a few of you already owned this one, which is why I thought it would be good to use it. And I probably will do that with future Stampin' Chats, is to use colours within the projects that we've already used, knowing that a lot of you have them. So we want 2 of these. You can choose whichever leaf you like. So we'll have 1 at full strength and 1 at second generation. Should have had 2 hands on then just to steady. I'm trying to hold my paper down. So that's our stamping for the moment. We'll do our greeting after. I've got ink on there. Just move that to one side. Move these ink pads out of the way. So I just need these 4. So some of you purchased the dies to go with these. If you were lucky enough to do that, you can pop them through your machine and let that do all the work for you. In the meantime, chat amongst yourselves whilst I trim these out. And you can see I always leave a good white gap around. So it says the temperature is going to be 6 degrees today here. I don't know what it is at the moment, but it's pretty frosty out there. It wasn't a full frost this morning when I went out at 7 to let Alfie wander around the garden. It wasn't a full frost, but it was crispy. The grass was crispy, and I do like that. Good morning, Jacqueline. Nice to have you join us. You're at work again. You're getting busy at the shop. Oh, I'm not sure what you do, my lovely, but it's good to be busy. That's all I will say. I think it's good for any business to be busy at the moment with our current situation. I'm feeling slightly organised for Christmas, apart from the cards, of course, as I was saying, and as you were saying earlier, Ellie, I haven't really sorted my cards out yet. I've got other tasks that I need to get done. I've got team things that I need to get organised. So next week we're having a Zoom bingo night. Quite a few of us joining in actually, so I'm hoping it's going to be fun. I've not actually done like a Zoom class before, so I'm not using my team as guinea pigs, and I know a couple of you are on here, so it's going to be an experience. I'm sure it'll be lots of fun. But having not done, I've done Zoom calls, obviously, but not actually hosted one where I've got people following along like a class. So I'm really excited about that. It's going to be fun. And if it works out and if I feel that it's a good thing, then I would like to be offering Zoom classes. So there'd be like private paid classes, and also maybe some Zoom bingo as well, which would be something a little different, something I've not done before. And it's always nice to have the opportunity to win prizes. Okay, that's the fussy cutting done. Let's pop that in my bin for now. My hands are getting chilly. And what shall I do next? Let's bring in the mini boss. We could have a bit of a wobble here. Let's do it this way, and then you can see. Wonder if I can come out a little bit, and then we'll go back in after. So I'm going to be using this embossing folder, which was designed to fit in here, which I love. I love that this machine embosses as well as cuts. So this is from the greenery set. It comes in a pair. They're £7.50, and you also get a lovely, I always call it, it's like an Orla Keeley pattern on it. It's really, really lovely, good background pattern. So we're going to be using that one. And then my little machine came with these plates and some instructions, just like the larger version. So we've got different plates here compared to the larger one. So we have a number 1 plate, which is for die cutting. So it says place die cutting edge down, which we would normally do. And then for die cutting, we just use plate 1, plate 2 and plate 3. So like our base plate and then our 2 layers for our sandwich. We've also got a plate 3, which is for embossing folders. These are our, like the one I just showed you, the standard ones. And then we've also got a plate 4. Can you see this? This is for the 3D embossing folders, okay? So let's start with this one for now. Put that to one side. So I need plate number 1. Oh, it's so cute. It is so cute. Guys, this machine, if you've not seen it in the catalogue, where is mine gone? You will find it on page 170. So you can see the larger machine that I've been using. This is the new mini, and it's £56. But you could be in the chance of winning one if you're placing an order with me this month for my giveaway. So we want plate 1. You need to locate this skinny strip of just jade. Just checking I've cut it to the right layer. And we're going to pop it in. And you must remember that the hinge must always go into the machine first. Otherwise you could split your embossing folder in two. So we're having plate 1 and plate 3 on top. Okay, so plate 1, then our embossing folder, and then plate 3. Here we go. Could have a bit of a wobble. Probably a big wobble. I'll just do it quickly and get it over and done with. I know I am going to love using this machine. It's so handy just to have on your desk next to you. Obviously not all of our dies and embossing folders will work with it, but when you look in our catalogue, and I'll show you that after, when you look in the catalogue, it does indicate which dies, which embossing folders will actually work with this, and you'd be surprised there are quite a few. Okay, I need my plate number 1. Sorry, I'm wobbling. And next we will do a bit of die cutting. So you'll know I've been loving the Tasteful Labels dies, and I'm using this one here. So we'll pop down we've got 2 plate 2s. I think I might have said earlier these were plate 2 and 3, but obviously not. So piece of paper on, die face down. So if you don't know, the ridge here on the dies, that's what actually cuts through the paper. And then top plate on. Who is going to be wanting one of these machines? Have it all nice and straight. Oop. It's quite stiff. Try not to crease move my paper. And it's really difficult because I'm doing this from a funny angle as well. So I'm twisted while I'm doing that. Let's move it out of the way because we don't need it now. And there we go. I am in love. Actually in love with it. It is super cute. So it will be going live for sale in January, which would be the 5th when the new mini catalogue goes live. So you can purchase yours then, which is very exciting. Okay, let me just bring the card back in, those of you that are stamping along. So we've just done this embossing layer and we've die cut this label as well. So let's zoom back in a bit, just so we're a bit closer and you can see what I'm doing. Okay, bring in your base layer. It's the one that's scored, because you do have, I did give you spare pieces. And just fold that one down the middle. And then take your front piece, got something on there, we're going to cover that, and fold it back on itself, just to create this different fold on the front. I don't know how that's happened. I really don't know what's happened with that. A lot of my bone folders, I mean, look at the state of it. I have about 3 and none of them look very good. I do clean them, honestly, but they just don't look that great. Where's my... Did also find... Got a bit of glue in the corner there. Did find my larger adhesive remover hiding in one of my bags as well. So, just looking at comments. You're on the till at a large shop similar to Woolworths. Oh, that sounds fun. I used to love Woolworths. Anybody else miss Woolworths? You wouldn't believe it, but I used to be a real fan of their pick and mix. It takes me back to the days when I used to go shopping with either Jack or Sophie in a pushchair, and I'd always go into Woolworths when I got into town, and go straight to the pick and mix and have a bag of pick and mix and have them on the pushchair and then eat them all the way while I was shopping. Not good. I don't really eat sweets nowadays. But yeah, I've got fond memories of Woolworths, even falling down the stairs once. Sophie was with me, and I had a new pair of shoes on, and I caught my heel on, thankfully not on the top step, about halfway down, and I think she almost died of embarrassment when I went rolling down these stairs. But yeah, fond memories of Woolworths. Okay, so this layer is going on here. Now, you may want to trim a tiny bit off. This was a bit of a funny measurement here. So sometimes as well, to bear in mind, when you're embossing things, the actual embossing can adjust the size of your card. So sometimes it can shrink it and sometimes it can stretch it in different ways. So let's just hold that down. So can you see I've got more of a border at the top than I have at the side. So I'm just going to take a little smidge off of the end, because you know just how fussy I am. Just so we've got more of an, that's better, that makes me happier. So I'm going to pop this layer down, and then I know that it's stuck. So on the back, even the reverse is quite pretty. Just checking the time, see how long I've been waffling. Belle, you miss Woolworths. I know, we don't really, do we really have anything that's like Woolworths nowadays? I don't know. I suppose we've got Wilkinson's. Would that be kind of like the next Woolworths? No, because Woolworths used to sell clothes and things, I'm sure, didn't they? Ruby, you had a Saturday job in Woolworths when you were at school in the early 60s. Oh, bless you. You've got some fond memories of Woolworths then. I always remember, I used to go when I was, I don't know how old I must have been. Probably 12. I might have just been at secondary school, maybe even just before that. And we used to catch the bus because obviously we lived out in the sticks in those days. And to get a bus into town was at least an hour's journey. But I used to go in with my friend Nicola on a Saturday morning. That was like our treat. And we'd go in and buy a record. And I'm sure we used to go to Woolworths to buy the record or the latest single that came out. Gosh, guys, showing the age now. Okay, use your little sponge wedge. Those were the days. And just going to gently go around this layer, just to give it a bit of depth. I'm not going to go too crazy. You can go as crazy as you like. So yesterday, my second pre-order arrived. So my new mini embossing machine, the Mini Boss, was in there, and then a whole host of lovely new products. Such an exciting time being a demonstrator, and I am going to keep talking about it now, about it being such a great opportunity, and how much I'd love to have more people in my team to share this with. So if it's something you're interested in, please do shout. If you join now, you can order sneak peek products in your starter kit, which is really fun. Okay, so I'm just sticking that. That's kind of like our insert piece. Belle, your mum left school at 15 and got her first job in Woolies in Pontypool, and she's now 74. I know, it's sad, isn't it? Sad. So Belle, your mum's the same age as Ruby. Okay, so we've got our inside layer. Next, I think we'll pull in the Sahara sand piece. I should have scored this for you. It measures 5.5 for anybody that doesn't have the kit. Measures 5.5 by 4 1/8, and it will be scored. So it's 5.5 by 4 1/8, and it's scored down the middle at 2 3/4. And just so you know, my card bases are always 8 1/4 by 5 3/4. Okay, I always cut them that size, and literally this is just folded in half and folded back on itself, so nothing too brain teasing. So let's fold this one, score it. I've still got just jade ink staining under my nail after cleaning off all the stamps from the Crafternoon tea. I was covered, my fingers, you know, a whole new meaning of green fingers. I mean, it did come off with soap and water. It does come off after a couple of washes, but it was actually under my nails and it stained my nails. Hasn't come out yet. And I think we'll pop this insert in ready before we put this layer in. So remember, it goes this way because it's going to open into the card. Am I in shot? Okay. I will say I'm liking my new phone. It's got, so I've got the 11 Pro Max. So it's the same size as my Plus I had before. Same size phone, but the screen is the whole of the size of the phone, which is fab. Okay, so this layer just goes on here. I'm just going to check on mine whether I actually stuck it pretty central. So you can open that out. Is that a bit of glue in there? Yep. Pop some glue on the back of here. It's quite sad seeing all of these shops struggling. Trouble is, we're in a catch-22, aren't we? We kind of want to stay in to protect ourselves and protect our loved ones, but if we don't go out and support the small businesses, they're going to suffer as well. I have done most of my shopping for the girls, for the grandchildren. I've done most of it online and tried to shop with, you know, small businesses just to help them out a bit. Okay, so this is where we are at. So we've got this happening. One of my favourite little fun folds at the moment. I just think it's such a simple way just to give your card a bit of a wow, just by adding in this fold and adding in an extra piece in the middle, and it doesn't use hardly any more cardstock. So we're adding now our little label. So you guys should already have this in your kits. And we're just going to pop that one centrally down. Like that. Belle, I missed you yesterday. Were you live yesterday? Can you believe it? I had to go back to the dentist. Goodness me. Goodness me. But anyway, that's minor problems to what some people are having to go through right now. So I'm going to pick up my flowers. You can use, actually that's probably a bit small for this big flower, but just kind of manipulate it a bit. We're going to have one over here. Let's just bring in this block just to hold these layers down. Put you up there. Stop it flapping around. And then the little flower, just give that a bit of a crease. Just gives it a bit of 3D. I'll probably pop one of those up here. And then we'll have two leaves coming out up here. I think what we will do is stamp our greeting, and then we are in a position to stick everything together. Let's move you over there and bring the ink back in. Now I've used, of course, if you've got other greetings, you are more than welcome to use them, but I'm wanting to use, for the purpose of the Stampin' Chat, the stamps that are included in this set, which I do absolutely love. You make the flowers smell sweeter and the sunshine brighter. It's a bit wonky on there, but it won't hurt. So pull in one of your scraps of Just Jade on my sponge mat. I'm just going to ink that one up. Something to add as well. I stamped with new ladies at the weekend, and it's hard to to gauge when you're new how much pressure you need to apply when you're stamping into the ink pad. But because our new ink pads are kind of so foamy, you only really need to gently tap onto the surface, because once we start pressing further, you know, we get ink around the edge, and then that ink gets in places where we don't want it to go. Okay, let's just stamp that one down. Am I happy with that? I'm happy with that. Now I need my banner punch, which is still in my basket from the weekend. So this is the triple banner punch. I've used this last time. I'm just going to pop this one in. Let's make a mark roughly in the centre, because I find that always helps to gauge where the middle is. That's okay. I might just go in a little tad more. Belle, you did tags yesterday. Do you mean for Christmas gifts? Oh, on your live, sorry. My brain wasn't engaged then. You made tags. I will go back and watch it later. Have a catch up. Okay, my Tombow is stuck to everything. And we're just going to snip off the end because we don't need all of that length. And then move that to one side. Bring in now at this point your little skinny strip of the classic Christmas designer paper. Let's just pop that there to hold it down. Am I still in shot? Yes. Okay. Bring back in your flowers. And I think to start with, we'll add our banner. Now, the one thing you need to remember here is that this has to open up, okay? So if you have this overhanging, it's not going to be able to do that. So make sure this little banner is within the edge of this folded part, okay? I'm going to pop this one on first, and let's just cut that roughly to length. So I think I've given you a whole strip. You don't need the whole of it. You can save that other bit for another project. And just snip off the end, and I think we'll... Where did you come from, little dimensional cover? Pop a little Tombow on the back of here and lay this one down first, and that will be our guide as to where the banner is going over the top. And I've not used any dimensionals, believe it or not. I know that is a hard decision coming from me. You could raise this up on dimensionals if you wanted to. I'm going to keep it flat because there's quite a lot going on, and it's quite a thick card to be posting as well because of the fold. That being said, it probably it's going to have to go as a large letter anyway, so you may as well raise it up. Okay, so we've just got a banner, and we're making sure that we can open that inner part. So now we've got those pieces on, we can just pop these flowers in. Like this, move it over. Obviously you have to remember about that edge, so make sure it's over. Belle, yeah, I'm just having problems with my teeth at the moment. It's not fun. Ongoing issues. Thought I had it all sorted. But we'll get there. It's not the end of the world. It's all an expense as well, isn't it? And we're just going to pop the leaves. Remember again, not to have anything overhanging that edge. Let's move you up a little bit. You can come out a little bit like that. And we are almost done. I haven't put any rhinestones on my sample. Maybe I'll put some on here. And then just to finish, you'll need your linen thread. Look what's happened to mine. It came unravelled last week at the other end of the roll. There is an end here somewhere. There. Just need to locate it. I'm going to have to sort that out because that really bothers me when it tangles. I've never had one do that to me before. Unless it was me when I undid it, I didn't undo the right part. I'm just going to tie a little bow. Pinch both loops and pull, and then get it to the desired length. And then we need a glue dot. And we just roll one up. Pull it off, and then we'll pop our bow down here. Like that, and then we're done. That wasn't too difficult again today, I don't think. I think I'm going to add in, shall I add in some rhinestones? Because you've got these included in your kits. Let's pop a couple on somewhere. Nice to have the sun out though and see a bit of blue sky. It was last couple of days, it's been so foggy and damp. I'm sure it has been with you guys. It's been quite widespread, but it is nice to see a bit of sun. Right, where shall I put these? Let's have one of these down here, and then a couple of small ones up. One up here, and oops, one over here, I think, to make our triangle. That's not too bad. I'm feeling like I could have done with one down here, maybe. See if I can lift it off. No, I'm going to leave it on. It's on now. It can stay. It's fine. So there we go, a bit of a fancy fold for today's card. I've not stamped anything on the inside. There's not a lot of room in there, but enough room for you to write something down. So that's our card finished for today, and that's the last of the All Things Fabulous Stampin' Chat. So that was 5 weeks, have gone really quickly. So have a look. Ellie, lovely fold card. Thank you. Thank you. It's very simple, isn't it? But it does offer a bit of a wow. Just going to go back down where I've been folding that and give that another crease, help it sit down a bit. So yes, Ruby, beautiful card. Thank you. You are welcome. Thank you for joining in, everybody. So I don't know if there's anything else I wanted to tell you. Obviously, do go over and have a look at the list of retiring products. Grab yourself a bargain if you can. If you are shopping online with me, please do use my host code if it's over £30, and I will add your name into the giveaway for the mini Stampin' and cut emboss machine. I'm not going to get used to the name. It's the Mini Boss. I'm going to try and ingrain that on my brain. So without further ado, I think I will bid you farewell for now because I've been waffling for 50 minutes, and I'll be back again at 11:30 for the ornamental envelope. So a bit of Christmas coming in a short while. So hopefully some of you might come back and join me after. So, but anyway, I will say bye for now and take care, everybody, and thank you for joining me. So bye.